Hi, good evening, good afternoon, maybe even. Yeah, I think it's still afternoon. My name is Shannon Bellum. I am coming to you from Eastern Long Island today. So a little bit different setup than my norm, and this is also not going to be a completely normal episode for me either. I am away for the weekend, and I didn't want to miss updating you this weekend because I have made a lot of progress on a couple of my projects. You can find me on Instagram where I am most active, and you can find the most up-to-date information, and I will flash my username. I am Bellum_make on Instagram, and I am Bellum Make on Ravelry. So you can find me there mostly. My show notes will also be on Ravelry, though I think I'm going to start putting them in the down box down here as well for people. I don't know, try to just be a little more pleasing for everyone. I am staying in a house that has no AC, and I had to close some of the windows so that we could get a little bit more quiet. It's beautiful here. It's a little cooler. We're very close to the ocean here, and it's a little cooler than my home in northern New Jersey. And yeah, I'm staying in this gorgeously appointed bedroom. Yeah. So let me show you my knitting. I have been diligently making progress on my Tegna Sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And I spoke about this last week, but I made the color transition. I made the transition of from the dark blue to the light blue. So most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the pattern, but there's this lace border that it's a bottom-up knit with a lace border. This lace will stretch and open when I block it. And I picked a yarn that yarns that I deliberately picked these two yarns because I had been planning to put them together in something, because they are both silk wool blends. This bottom one is 70-30, this top one is 50-50 silk wool. And I don't know, when I realized the Tegna was just two skeins, I decided to try these two skeins and do this interesting way to, play around with this interesting way to transition color. So I like to call this a color melt. I think this is pretty cool way to do a color transition. So I'm going to be playing around with this more on future projects. What I did was I didn't follow any type of pattern. I just sort of knit one light blue in the first transition row, and then 3, 4, or 5 dark blue stitches, and then the next subsequent rounds I started to reduce the dark blue and increase the light blue. And that's how I did it. So it's not complicated, really, and it was fun. It helped me make the transition pretty smoothly. And I waited until I was practically out of the dark blue yarn. This is what I have left. I probably could have done, I don't know, 2 or 3 more rows. Maybe another inch or so with what I have left. But this is a gorgeous silk wool blend 70-30 from Blissful Knits. I'm going to flash the information on screen. The color's called Night Symphony. 70-30 blend. It's a single ply. And then the light blue yarn is less traveled yarn. It's a 50-50. It's plied, and it's a 50-50 silk wool blend. It's got like, I think they complement each other quite well. They both have the same tone of blue. It's just this one's lighter. There are some flecks of what I thought was black, but when I was knitting them, I realized that they're actually a deep purple in this one. So I thought that was pretty cool and interesting. But yeah, I'm having fun, and I can't wait till this sweater's done so I can really see the full effect of this transition. I think the transition between the two colors is going to hit just around the umpire waist area, like just below my bra line, which I think is a good spot for it. It should sort of give the illusion of a narrow, of like a narrowing for the waist, which I think will be interesting. So we'll see how that comes out. But yeah, I was just really excited to show you that. I also cast on something new since I've been here. I arrived on Thursday out here. My new cast on is actually my own pattern. I released my Nechamah Shawl, which I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to flash it on screen right now. I released it on Friday, so this pattern is ready. There is a 20% discount currently going on with the code THANKYOU, which I will also put up on screen for you to use if you like. I'm just advertising it here on my channel as well as on my Instagram page. And yeah, I think it's a really fun and quick knit. It's a good way to bust out some stash of, you know, if you've got random single skein, or, you know, you need one color needs to have 2 to 3 skeins of worsted weight, but it's a good way to just use up some worsted weight, as well as feature some novelty yarn. So I talked about this last week. I cast on a new Nechamah Shawl. So it's a center out knit, so you start here in the beginning with 12 stitches, and you just cast on using a circular cast on method, and then you knit and purl into a triangular shape for, you know, a certain number of rows, and then you make new you take a second color. So this is a single skein. You need two to 3 skeins for what I call the wings, affectionately. So this is a Purl Soho yarn. They're worsted twist, or worsted twist. I think it's worsted twist yarn. This is their hot pink color. They give their colors numbers, so but they're not a lot of colors. So this is like a very, very vibrant pink, as you can tell. I don't have the other yarns with me here because I didn't anticipate knitting with them. This beautiful rainbow yarn, though, that I'm using for the center is from a micro farm, I would say. I think she had the yarn spun by a mill. I think last week I said it was hand spun, but I think it was mill spun. Yeah, it says mill spun there. It's Cormo from her own sheep. It says it's DK weight. I don't think it's DK weight. I think it is worsted weight because it seems thicker than DK weight. And yeah, the company name is Dutchayr Fibers, a small farm in Otego, New York, which is officially upstate New York, what we call upstate because it's not the city. New York State's pretty interesting. You have New York City, and then you have the whole rest of New York, which is pretty rural for the most part. There are some cities like Rochester and Albany and Binghamton, but mostly it's a lot of small towns and farmland. So it's very, very beautiful, very green, lush landscape. So yeah, that is my second cast on, and really excited about it. Looking forward to, I think I might finish this triangle today. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. I don't have anything else to show you. I did get some new stash. I got some fabric and some yarn, but it's at home. And I do have a couple other works in progress that I've made progress on since I last talked to you, but you'll have to wait till next time to see those. This is just a really brief, like, here's what I've done with my Tegna, isn't it cool? And here's my Nechamah Shawl, new Nechamah Shawl cast on, and also to let you know about the pattern release. So anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I look forward to spending more time with you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.